Hello, and welcome to our first video critique. I just wanted to give you a little intro up here at the top. My name is Colin Blakely, and I am your instructor for this class. And yeah, don't mind the 5 o'clock shadow. I'm actually on vacation as I record this in beautiful sunny Minnesota. It's not really sunny. It's actually snowing outside. But so yeah, I would say hello, and please watch this entire thing, because at the end I'm going to give you instructions for you to post and let me know that you watched the whole thing. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and close this window with my face in it and get down to the actual critique. Alright, so here's our first one here. So I'm going to go over a couple of things, both just the images as images, because of course this is a photography class, and in all photography classes we're going to talk about photography, the actual images themselves, as well as how well you succeeded based on the criteria of the assignment. Alright, so starting up here, she had a question about the grading PDF that goes with this. That's basically the general photography shooting assignment criteria. So if one does not apply to the particular assignment, feel free to disregard it. What you really want to look at is actually, let me go ahead and excuse me here. I'm going to go up to the top, and the thing that you really want to pay attention to is the assignment for grading criteria, more so than this guy right here, which is, I'm pretty sure what she's talking about, just the general guidelines for how photographic assignments are graded. This is what you want to look at, because when I grade your assignments, I actually just go through and I say, okay, did this person post a screenshot? Yes. Is there evidence of them having done the correct thing? Yes. So that's, just go by this. I like, a lot of times people just use this as a checklist, and then if they have everything that's on there, they know that they did the assignment correctly. So, alright, let's get started here. There's some discussion earlier about contact sheets. For this one, because I'm not going to be looking at these images, down to the pixel, this is fine. On future assignments where I'm going to be looking at them in more detail, what I'd like you to do is actually just post a PDF with your images all on it. So, but if you did post something like this instead of the PDF, I'm not really going to knock you too much. Like, I wouldn't take points off of that. I would probably just ask you to resubmit this in that form, just because I want to be able to zoom in and get some real detail in these. But for these sort of general things here, like I can see these are her sunrise, these look like noon, we got some like mixed lighting, sunset, bad color environment, and low light. Like I'm looking at more of the general image here rather than, again, like, is this bear its face sharply in focus or not? Because I'm not looking for that this time around, this is totally fine. But I'm also pretty good about, like, if you didn't give me something that I needed, usually I'll just send you a message back and say, hey, can you, post that to the end of this assignment? Alright, so going down here, I'm sorry, we didn't do these yet. Overall, your colors look good. I mean, obviously, this is tough because if you didn't already know, shooting at high noon is or even anywhere between 10 and 2 is usually a rough time to shoot. Sunlight comes from straight down, as it did here. Leaves harsh shadows, tends to do things like your subject's eyes will be in shadow because actually their brow will cast a shadow down onto their eyes. It's usually a tough time to shoot, but in general colors look good. I like your, she talks about in the written portion about going to Home Depot and buying these colored lights. I thought that was pretty fun. That works for this assignment. You can also do just situations where, for whatever reason, it would be hard to get a good color environment. For example, if you were in a room painted like very brightly blue, the light's going to tend to bounce off of that and cast a blue cast onto your subject. But yeah, these overall look good. This, I'm not sure what's going on with the light there. That's weird that in this image there's no light coming from the side. It doesn't look like flash to me unless you somehow had your flash on a sync cord. Maybe like a light came on over here. Yeah, that's not a problem. Let's see. These are nice. I like the colors here are very nice. Since we're talking about the least successful image, or the 5 least successful images here, I also wanted to talk about some more successful ones. These are both nice. This one's still a little bit darker, but I actually kind of like that, like a little more contrast. Let's see here. Yep, I would say probably one of these two. I kind of like what's going on here, but again, you get that harsh light coming down from the top, which is just not a flattering light to do. But again, that is one of the requirements of the assignment, so I would definitely never knock off points for you doing what the assignment tells you to. So let's look at her 5 flagged images. Yeah, again, this is a tough one to correct because you have a fairly light sky, possible to lose detail, especially in these areas. Again, because of the brightness, the direct overhead sunlight on this one, you have the shadow and parts of the tree are properly exposed, but the background being pretty blown out. These tend to be tough to burn in. You can, but again, we're talking least successful here. This one, she's in the written portion, she talked about a yellow cast coming from a tungsten bulb. I can definitely see that there. I would go with that. I would say of the mixed light group, that's probably the least successful. Sunset, yeah. Mixed lighting, I could see that. Light's getting definitely blown out here. I'm sorry, this is bad color environment. This one over here is mixed lighting. Yeah, low light, this does happen a lot. Especially low light inside. Looks like the only thing that's illuminating this is probably a tungsten bulb. Yep, you definitely have to do your HSL or possibly a color balance or curves on this to get rid of that light. Low light is always going to be kind of tricky, especially when you have a yellowish orange color cast like this, because again, you have to neutralize it. In low light, there's less information that your camera's picked up, so there's basically less pixels to play with to adjust. But yeah, all right. Overall, very nice work. Your images look good. Your shooting overall is nice. All 24 images here. And yeah, I thought the written portion was good. You talked about a little background on this. You talked about why you felt that these didn't work, which is always a good thing. And you talked, I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, like crazy kids. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, overall, very nice job. So yes, so just on the out here, on the outro you might say, just a few words. Basically, I am going to be doing everybody. I'm going in alphabetical order, and I tend to do 2 or 3 of these per shooting assignments. I limit them usually to the shooting assignments because you can talk about both how well you did on the assignment and you know, we can really get into a discussion of one-sided discussion, but a discussion of sort of the mechanics of photography, you know, how your exposures look, how your colors are coming across, sort of formal elements, composition, all that stuff. Excuse me. So, yeah, so it's kind of a 2-for-1, so I tend to pretty much stick to those unless there's you know, more technical based assignment that I feel like needs a video component in the critique for whatever reason. Alright, so yeah, and finally, if you've listened to this point, this is the end. I want you to post a post below this response that just says finished. F-I-N-I-S-H-E-D, finished. This will let me know that you watched the entire video. I'm just going to go through those, and in future weeks it'll be part of your participation grade for the particular assignment that these videos are attached to. For this week, this is just sort of the first time around in the semester. Usually in the first week I tend to be pretty forgiving. Just let me know that you saw it, but I'm not going to make this part of the participation grade this week. Further weeks it will be. This week, don't worry about it. Just post that post at the end that says finished. Alright, thank you very much.